After you go through all these questions, it'll probably take you, maybe about half an hour. And that's the story I'm going to tell you now. This is Roger Joyce. He used to be the EVP of Bilco Company. How many people have heard of Bilco? Bilco doors, basement doors. So he used to work for them. Originally they were in New Haven, then they went to West Haven for about 50 years, and now they're back in New Haven. Who cares? All right. So when I was at the chamber, I noticed Roger Joyce, and he was a 6'7" guy, always dressed smartly, always in the corner, always had a gaggle of people, professionals at these cufflink events around him. Who's that guy? I want to meet that guy. And I couldn't figure it out. I was like, I don't know how to do that. And he's really intimidating. Really intimidating. When you go to an event, people can be intimidating. I can't go up to that guy. He's got the cufflinks. He probably drives a Ferrari. I'm crazy. So I sent him an email. I can't even believe it, but he replied. He said, yeah, no, I know you because you used to work for Tony at the New Haven Chamber. I asked him to lunch. So we went to lunch. So we go to lunch. Now I've really got to figure this out. It's about 4 years ago. So I took my business card. So I want you to think about this strategy. Take your business card when you meet with someone, if you don't have a book, and I want you to write the date and time and place on the back and that person's name. And then I want you to write the 3 different things in quick words, if you'd like, and then write form. And then I want you to place it right to your right as you have a nice meal with them. You have a pen. Hopefully you have a journal. And this is what I did with Roger. So I said, because I wasn't going into this thing without some kind of preparation. This guy's a big wheel. I'm buying him lunch, but please, $40 lunch. I mean, stop. So I had this, and I kept talking to him, and I had this, and I asked him a couple questions about him, and I had this, but this is way before form. And I'm asking questions, and half an hour elapsed, and he goes, okay, enough. And I just met him, right? Stop, timeout. Okay, so I shouldn't say this on video, but shit, I'm screwed, right? You'll have to edit that out. I figure I'm screwed. I'm done. I've got to go. Let's get the check. We're out. Right? Yeah, I'm completely embarrassed. Well, I get something on my face. He says, what is that card next to you? What is that piece of paper? Right? Tell me what that is. I go, well, this is just a business card, and it's got, my name and stuff, but it's got your name and the date, and it's got the things that I want to ask you about on the back of it. Really? I go, yeah. I just wanted to make it an effective lunch. Huh. I have to tell you, out of the 35 years that I've been in business, Rob, and I'm an executive vice president of a major corporation, this has got to be the most effective business lunch I've ever had. Continue. So then what I call the organic switch is what happened. Because what I did is I invested in him, and I didn't go crazy. I did 3 things. I asked him about him. He talked about him. And then the switch happened, and he started to ask me about me. He wanted to know where I grew up. He wanted to know about my occupation. What is it that I'm really doing? Why am I invested in what I'm doing? What do I do for fun? He just literally switched the conversation. And I call that the organic switch. Because organically, he felt that he wanted to do that. He wanted to ask me about me. He now not only is in my book, but he let me speak a couple weeks ago at a nonprofit conference up in Brantford, and he's also one of my trusted advisors that I go to him for literally anything that I need to talk to him about. That's true business networking, in my opinion. Now, there's bad news. I had the same exact place, the same exact lunch. I think I even ordered the same thing with a high-powered nonprofit executive in New Haven. And I'm like, I got this locked. Gentleman talked for an hour all about himself. Nice guy. But he talked all about himself for 1 full hour. I had to get the hell out of there. I had to get out of there. It wasn't going to work. The switch wasn't going to happen. And in my opinion, he didn't care enough about Rob Thomas, not the singer. He just didn't care. And well, so we can't take it personally, but he just, it's not part of it wasn't part of his deal. So, as you might imagine, I got to my car, I pulled up my LinkedIn, and I swiped him right out.
Oh, that's funny.
I've never heard from him again. I've never bumped into him. I've never heard from him. And he was talking all about these different businesses and contacts that he really wanted to meet, which was a shocker to me, because the idea was this high-powered, like Roger, high-powered guy.
Yeah.
He was supposed to know, the CEO of Alexion Pharmaceuticals in New Haven, Connecticut. I mean, he was supposed to know that guy. And he had no idea. No idea. My sister-in-law used to work there. She was closer to the CEO than this guy. But what it did, it proved to me that switch wasn't going to occur. And that's the bad news. And life's not fair. And that's the bad news and the sad news. Because what's going to happen is an expectation happens to be an appointment for a disappointment. As soon as you expect that contact is going to be the platinum of your whole network, and you go and meet with them and talk to them, and then they talk about themselves for an hour. Now you have a choice. You can leave them in and try it again. I had a lady ask me about that. You can do that. I give people 3 strikes if you're going to play that game. But why? Why bother? This is about business. It's not about personal. Send them to Facebook. Let them follow you. Who cares? Send them to Twitter. Let them follow you.